the Lady Eagles out of Taylor Mill getting ready to play about as far north as you can go here in the 10th region. And we'll get ready to get this underway here in a matter of moments. Being brought to you as we have the entire season by Ware Funeral Home. Of course, Ware Funeral Home, both in Cynthiana and in Mount Olivet, as they have allowed us to be with you throughout the season here, and we appreciate them for doing that as well. As far as on the YouTube side of things, we say thank you, of course, to Nathan Linville. Nathan Linville over at Dan Cummins, and you can check him out at dancummins.com for any car need you may have. Give him a phone call. He'll be more than glad to see what he can do for you. Scott High looking like this, lineup-wise: Brooklyn Helm, Minor, along with Jada Menifee, Ryan Grigsby, Peyton Grigsby, Manhart playing the libero. It's back underway. Ball is served. Minor goes up, gets it across. It will fall against Harrison County. It's 1-0 Scott High. Peyton Grigsby, a junior, will get ready to serve. Harrison County lineup. Get you their lineup here after the serve. Grigsby gets it across. Dawson hits it in the net. Lexi plays it out of it. Watson gets it back across. Manhart gets it across. Continue to move. That's Dawson to Lexi Highlander. Dawson goes for the kill. We'll see Helm get it back up. Continues to move the ball around the net. Minor gets it across. Lauren Highlander gets it continued back across. Harris continue going with it. Owen McCoy. Lexi Highlander, Owen McCoy, Kaylee Fields, Audrey Dawson, Lillian Watson, and Lauren Highlander out there. And as I say that, Minor goes up for the kill, and it'll end up out of bounds. Harrison County will pick up the points tied at 1-all. Jolie Hill, the senior, will come in for the senior Kaylee Fields to begin this serve. Audrey Dawson will be doing it. She is a senior. Audrey gets it across, and it is immediately dug out by Helm. Helm gets it across to Grigsby. Grigsby will see Peyton Grigsby getting it across. Harrison County counters with Hill going for the kill. A couple of Scott's jerseys will get a hand on it, and that's about all they can do. Phillies will take their first lead at 2-1. Fairly underway. We are playing the best of 3 tonight, so a little bit shorter than what normally takes place. Dawson gets ready to serve, gets it back across. Dug out that time by Manhart. And as she gets it up, Ryan Grigsby goes up to try to get it across, ends up knocking it out of bounds. It's 3-1. Phillies take a quick 1-point lead. Audrey Dawson. A couple of dribbles. And gets it back across. Dug out that time by Ryan Grigsby. Gets it back across the net. Hill has Lexi sit her up. She goes for the kill. It'll fall in past the diving Brooklyn Helm. And it's a 4-1 score. Harrison County playing a lot like they did against George Rogers Clark on Tuesday night. Today's Thursday. That was just a couple of nights ago. Getting it back across. Helm gets it up in the air. Ryan Grigsby gets a hand on it. It'll go out of bounds. She'll hit the floor, and the point goes to Harrison, 5-1. Phillies, 5 unanswered points. Dawson will serve, gets it across. Dug out that time by Ryan Grigsby. Continuing to try to move. Minor goes up for the kill. She'll get it to fall. Makes it 5-2. Does a nice job that time. Substitution out on the floor. And coming is Morgan Justice, a junior, coming in for Scott. Doing the serving will be Manhart. Elisa Manhart is a senior, left-handed. Harrison County's Watson will tip it over, and she'll see Minor tip it right back. It'll fall against the Phillies. 5-3, 2 quick points for Scott High. So we mentioned Manhart, the libero. She is one of 3 seniors on the ball club. Continues to play underway. Bringing it back across, going up for the kill that time was Brooklyn Helm, and Helm will bury it. 4 seniors. 5-4. 3 quick unanswered points for Scott High as they went on this little run trailing 5-1. They're down by a point now, 5-4. Manhart gets it up and gets it across. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy will see Lexi Highlander. She'll get it to Jolie Hill. Across we go. Helm will get a hand on it. Ends up out of bounds. Phillies will pick up the points, 6-4. Audrey Whitaker, the sophomore, will come in for Owen McCoy. Lillian Watson, one of the 8 seniors for Harrison County, will get ready to serve. She retrieves the ball and a couple of dribbles and gets it back up and across. And Hart digs it out, gets it up to Grigsby. Grigsby tries to feed it across to him, and instead he'll end up being knocked out of bounds by Harrison County as the ball gets over the net, but the Phillies try to return, and as they did, it'll go up out of bounds. 6-5 our score. Mylan Minor, a junior, will get ready to serve. She'll get it across, dug out by Lauren Highlander. She'll find Lexi Highlander to Jolie Hill. Continue to try to move. Grigsby then turns around and she'll sit up just as she goes across with it. Harrison County counters. Jolie Hill back across. Grigsby sits up Justice again, and this time she'll get it to fall in. Does a nice job that time. She'll tie this up at 6-all. Just putting it where they're not. A very nice job that time. Mylan Minor gets ready to serve again. Minor, a couple of dribbles. And she'll hit it into the net, so the Phillies will pick up the point, 7-6. Cheyenne Ross, the junior, will check in for Lauren Highlander. Lauren, a junior as well. Shy gets ready to serve here. 7-6, Harrison County leading. We're in the opening set, playing the best of 3 here on this Thursday night. We said it's been a while since the Phillies have knocked off the Scott High team. Manhart to Grigsby. Grigsby gets it on across to him, who buries the ball past to Davi McCoy. Ties us up at 7-all. Bree Tucker quickly coming in for Cheyenne Ross. Bree also one of those 8 seniors. Ryan Grigsby, a junior. This team is full of juniors and seniors. Getting ready to serve. There's some sophomores and 8th graders scattered in there. Well, as Grigsby serves, she'll hit it out of bounds. Harrison County will pick up the point. They go back up 8-7. Jolie Hill gets ready to serve. She'll get it across. Dug out that time by Scott. They get it to him, who buries the ball. Does a nice job. Ties us up at 8-all. Manhart has a seat, and Jetta Menifee will come in for Scott, one of the seniors. Harrison County with Kaylee Fields back in. Bree Tucker, Owen McCoy, Audrey Dawson, Lexi Highlander, and Audrey Whitaker out there. Brooklyn Helm will serve. She hits the top of the net. It falls back on Scott's side. 9-8. Harrison picks up the point. Phillies going back to their bench. Lillian Watson will come in for Audrey Whitaker. Owen McCoy, one of the seniors, will get ready to serve for the Phillies. 9-8, Harrison County up. Gets it across. And you try to move. Grigsby then turns around and will sit up Justice, who gets it across. Tucker will find Lexi Highlander. Highlander gets it across. Tucker tries to go back and dig it out. McCoy was standing right there, and they both kind of watched. It was, I think, afraid they were going to hit each other. The ball will fall in, and Scott will pick up the point. We're tied at 9-all. Morgan Justice, a junior, will get ready to serve for the Eagles. Across the net, McCoy will dig it out, finds Lexi. Lexi gets it to Watson. Watson across we go. Helm gets it up in the air. She'll get it to Minor. Minor across. McCoy with a dig out. Back to Highlander. Highlander to Dawson. Back across. Scott moving the ball around. Continue to try to move. That's Grigsby getting it across. Peyton continue to move. Dawson gets it back. She'll go for the kill. Can get a hand on it is Ryan Grigsby. Continue to try to move. Minor goes for the kill. Harrison answers. McCoy digs it out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi back across to Dawson. Tries to go for the kill. Justice keeps it alive. It'll fall against the net. Phillies pick up the point. 10-9. Harrison County with a 1-point lead. Nice play by Harrison County. Lauren Highlander will come in for the Phillies as Bree Tucker will have a seat. Lexi Highlander gets the sign from Coach Schweitzer from the bench. She'll serve and go straight into the net. We're tied at 10-all. Don't think that was quite what he was telling her. But 10 all our score. And Peyton Grigsby, the junior, will get ready to serve for Scott. Dug out by McCoy. She'll get it across the net. Getting up to Grigsby, Ryan Grigsby. She'll continue to move to Minor. Ball stays alive as Harrison returns. Scott gets it back across. McCoy, Dawson across the net. Nicely done. Helm gets it. Grigsby across. She'll find Peyton Grigsby. She'll get it across. Lexi Bell return fire. Continue to try to move. Helm goes for the kill. McCoy answers. Back up in the air to Highlander. Lexi gets it to Dawson. Dawson gets it, and it'll fall in past the diving Brooklyn Helm. 11-10 with that point to Harrison County. Jolie Hill will check in for the Phillies, as Kaylee Fields will have a seat. Audrey Dawson will get ready to serve. A couple of dribbles for Audrey. She'll get it across the net, and here we go. Continuing to try to move. Grigsby gets it across. Hill gets it up in the air. Back to Lexi. Lexi with a dig. She'll get it back to Hill. Hill was too far from the net. Tried to tip it across and was just too far from the net. It'll fall against the Phillies. 11 all our score. Elise Manhart, the libero for Scott High, will get ready to serve. Manhart gets it up, and the left-hander goes across. Dug out by Hill to Lexi. Back across to Lauren. Continue to try to move. Grigsby then turns around, sets up Minor, and Minor just buries it. 12-11, Scott High will take their first lead in a little while. In fact, I think that's their first lead since he went up 1-0 to start the match. We're in the opening set. Manhart gets ready to serve. She'll get it across. Taking it out will be Hill. She'll find Lexi. And Watson went up for it and just couldn't get to it. The ball will fall against the Phillies. 2-point lead for Scott at 13-11. Phillies need to make a stand here. Manhart will get the sign and comes home with it. McCoy will hit the knee, but she'll dig it out. Finds Lexi Highlander to Lauren Highlander. Lauren goes for the kill. Scott's able to answer. McCoy, Lexi, back over to Audrey Dawson. Dawson across. Manhart tries to get to it. Not able to. Phillies will pick up the point. 13-12, Scott with the lead. Owen McCoy will have a seat as Audrey Whitaker comes back in. Being brought to you tonight by Ware Funeral Home, both in Cynthiana and in Mount Olivet. On the video side, on the YouTube side, brought to you by Nathan Linville and Dan Cummins, dancummins.com. Lillian wants to get it across. Manhart to Grigsby. Grigsby to Helm. Helm gets it across. She goes for the kill. Lauren Highlander tries to get a hand on it. Not able to do anything with it. The ball will fall in against Harrison County. Phillies down by 2, 14-12. Mylan Minor will get ready to serve for Scott. She'll get it across. Dug out by Dawson to Lexi. Across by Hill. Helm tries to tear it back across for Scott. A little too hard, out of bounds. Phillies will pick up the point. They still trail by 1, 14-13. They've led by as many as 4. Cheyenne Ross in for Lauren Highlander. Shy gets ready to serve for the Phillies. Ross gets it across. Dug out that time. That's Grigsby. Grigsby to Justice. Justice buries it. She went up for the kill, and it just goes right past to Davy McCoy. 15-13, back up by 2. Scott High. Ryan Grigsby, the junior, will get ready to serve. Grigsby. Couple of dribbles. And dug out that time. Tucker finds Lexi. Back across we go. Grigsby goes to him. She goes for the kill. Lexi and Whitaker will get a hand on it. They'll take it back. Manhart will then get it back to him. She'll tip it across. Dawson will dig it out. Back to Lexi Highlander. Over to Jolie Hill. She'll go for the kill, and she'll get it to fall right past the diving Mylan Minor. Phillies still trail by 1. 15-14. Scott up by 1. With Jolie Hill getting ready to serve. She'll get the side from Coach Schweitzer, and we'll get ready to see what she does with it. Crossing now we go. Manhart will dig it out. Grigsby goes across, and tipping it across and out of bounds is Peyton Grigsby. Ryan Grigsby set her up, and Peyton Grigsby knocked the ball. Peyton Grigsby, Ryan, over to him. She'll go for it. As the diving Lexi Highlander gets a hand on it, out of bounds it'll go. 16-15 our score. Brooklyn Helm will get ready to serve. Helm comes up with it, and across we go. Dug out by Kaylee Fields, who's checked back in. Lexi Highlander, Owen McCoy, across we go. Ryan Grigsby gets it across to Peyton Grigsby. She'll go for the kill. Harrison County answers. Justice wins to get it across. Whitaker goes up and returns, and the ball falls amongst the Scott High Eagles. Nice job, Audrey Whitaker. 16-16 her score. Whitaker has a seat as Lillian Watson comes back in for the Phillies. McCoy, Fields, Tucker, Watson, Dawson, and Lexi Highlander out there for Harrison County. Continuing to try to move, going for the kill. That time was Justice. Harrison County able to retaliate, gets it back across. Justice will tip it back off. Fields will dig it out. She'll get it across to Lexi. Lexi finds Dawson for the kill. Nice job that time by Scott to return. Ball stays up in the air. Lexi goes to get it across. Scott will try to return. Peyton Grigsby will be called for being in the net. Fields will pick up the point. That puts him back up by 1, 17-16. It was almost like a big title match, just one slug after another. Continue to try to move. McCoy will serve. Helm will dig it out. Finds Ryan Grigsby to Justice across. Tucker will dig it out. Ball goes across. Scott will return. McCoy returns fire. Continue to move. Justice goes across. The ball falls in. Phillies will pick up the point. 18-16. The ball was basically out of bounds in the back line. McCoy went in full force. Dug it out, went across, and it falls in. 18-16, and Scott High says we need to stop this. As Coach Andrea Sullivan calls a timeout here to try to stop this Harrison County momentum. Phillies up by 2, 18-16. Opening set. Being brought to you as we are the entire season here on the radio side of things by Ware Funeral Home.
Ware Funeral Home believes that you deserve the very best. When life's journey comes to an end, you want a funeral home to be there before the need arises, to answer questions and offer affordable funeral service options, to be there during your time of loss to offer genuine caring and concern. And you want a funeral home to be there after the service to assist and guide you through the maze of paperwork and offer grief assistance and materials. Ware Funeral Home, US 27 North, caring enough to give you the very best.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Bredson Phillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
As we get ready to get this back underway, Harrison County leading 18-16 here in the opening set. Owen McCoy, the senior, will get ready to serve. McCoy gets it across, dug out by Helm. Helm to Ryan Grigsby to Justice for the kill. She nearly took Fields down that time, but the ball will fall. And he makes it 18-17. Scott Morgan Justice, a junior, will get ready to serve for the Lady Eagles. Couple of dribbles. And here we go. And he gets across. Fields will dig it out way in the air. Lexi Highlander sets up Audrey Dawson, who gets it across. Helm will dig it out. And she continuing to try to move. Minor goes for the kill. And as the ball gets ready to go out, Harrison County will put a hand on it, so the point will go to Scott. We're tied at 18. Justice will get the sign from Coach Sullivan and gets ready to see what she needs to do with the ball. McCoy will dig it out as she hits her knees. Lexi goes to Watson. Watson went for the kill. The Scott High put a hand on it. Out of bounds it'll go. Harrison back up, 19-18. That ball had out of bounds written all over it, and somebody reached out and grabbed hold of it. Lauren Highlander will come in for Bree Tucker. Lexi Highlander gets ready to serve. Owen McCoy, Kaylee Fields, Audrey Dawson, and Lillian Watson out there for Harrison. Manhart will try to return. Dawson goes up, tips it right back across. It'll fall in, 20-18. Harrison County up by 2. They've led by as many as 4 here in the opening set. McCoy gets ready to serve. She'll get it back across. Dug out by Manhart. She'll get it across. I tried the same play. That time, Dawson not quite as close to the net. It'll fall against Harrison County, 20-19. Peyton Grigsby, the junior, will get ready to serve. She'll get it across. Dug out by Dawson. Lexi Highlander. She'll set up Dawson, who gets it back across. Manhart with a dig out. Ryan Grigsby will find Minor, who goes for the kill. Out of bounds it'll go. Harrison County picks up the point, 21-19. Jolie Hill in for Kaylee Fields. Audrey Dawson will get ready to serve for Harrison County. Dawson back across, dug out that time by Helms, across, tipped across by Lauren Highlander. It'll fall in amongst about 4 black jerseys, 22-19. And Coach Sullivan for Scott High will take her second time out here. Phillies up 22-19. They can continue this momentum. This would be a very, very nice set to take up, but still got a long ways to go. Being brought to you tonight on the YouTube side of things by Nathan Linville over at Dan Cummins. You can check him out, of course. He's located in Paris at dancummins.com. For any automobile you need, you may have, give Nathan a call at 859-588-9470 or check him out at dancummins.com. As you mentioned, Nathan Linville allowing us to be with you on the YouTube side of things all season long here on our home portion. Speaking of our home portion, we're back with you Monday night. Villa Madonna making their way to the Hilltop. 6:30 is scheduled to start, a little earlier than normal. And next Thursday, we're on the road up at Campbell County. And then our match of the week will come to an end a week from Tuesday here at the Hilltop. Bishop Brossard will come. Yeah. Phillies have several more over the next couple of weeks before we hit tournament time. Audrey Dawson serves. Manhart will dig it out. Gets it to Ryan Grigsby. Minor goes for the kill. McCoy keeps it alive. Lexi Highlander keeps it alive. Back to McCoy. Harrison County gets it across the net. Ryan goes to Minor for the kill. McCoy hits the floor but keeps it going. Nice job, Owen. Rowan gets it back across. Grigsby then sets up Helm. Helm for the kill. Goes straight to Owen. That time not able to do anything with it. It'll fall in. Scott will pick up the point. 22-20. Tell you what, if you're going after a tough one, we see her during the softball season at third base. And I don't know if I would want to keep her diving all over the place. Manhart. We'll see McCoy get out. It's a back across. Ryan Grigsby sits up Minor, who tips it up. And Watson gets a hand on it. That's about all she can do. It'll fall in. Scott picks up the point, 22-21. Manhart, left-hander. Timeout call by Coach Faulkner. I'm sure he's trying to settle his kids down. He has seen a couple of times over the last few weeks them have a lead and collapse. And so I'm sure he's trying to settle them down and say, look, we've still got some, we haven't given up this lead yet. They lead 22-21. And get them on the same page to try to finish this set out. Harrison County, you mentioned some of our winter sport, or winter, we're not in winter, our fall sports. Football team off this week. They'll be back in action on the 11th, a week from Friday night, a week from tomorrow, making the trip to Mason County, take on the Royals. Of course, we'll have all the action that night here on WCYM. Last night, the Harrison County Thoroughbred soccer team wrapped up their regular season play as they fell to Bishop Brossard. 7-0 was the final. They end the season with 2 wins and 10 losses. They'll start postseason play next week. The Harrison County Phillies soccer team also wrapped up regular season play with a win over Frankfort last night, 5-4. They end regular season at 6-11. They're in action in the 30th District Tournament Monday night over at Pendleton County. They've got a date with Maysville St. Patrick around 8 o'clock. Back underway. McCoy will dig it out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi gets it to Watson. Nice play by Scott. Minor gets it back across. Ball's hit around, but Harrison can't do anything. We're tied at 22. So what was a 2-point lead is now a tie. Manhart gets ready to serve. Harrison needing a stop right now in the worst way. McCoy digs it up. She will find Hill. Hill gets it back to Watson. Across the net we go. Grigsby. Ryan Grigsby sets up Helms. Helms went for the kill. The whistle will say that Helms was in the net. Point will go to Harrison County, 23-22. Audrey Whitaker in for Owen McCoy. Lillian Watson will get ready to serve. Some of the Scott folks not agreeing with that call. 23-22. Harrison out by a point. Watson will serve. Back across the net. On the line. They'll say it was out of bounds. We're tied at 23. 23-23. You need to win the set by 2. Mylan Minor will get ready to serve. Minor gets it across. Dug out that time by Lauren to Lexi. Lexi to Whitaker. Back across we go. I see Ryan Grigsby sits up Justice, who goes for the kill. Whitaker's not able to handle it. It'll end up in the net. Falls. 24-23. Harrison County was up a while ago, 22-19. It is now 24-23. Scott looking for set point. Phillies have to make the stop. Obviously, if they don't, Scott picks up the opening set. We'll see what happens as we'll get it back underway here in just a few moments. Remind you that no football tomorrow night. It'll be kind of strange, a Friday night with music. No baseball, no football. We do have the conference break. Folk guys will be on the road tomorrow, making their way to Hidden Mills over to Flemingsburg, which will be a huge event going on throughout the day. Senator McConnell will be making an appearance. I'm sure Miss Kentucky will be there. They will also be serving lunch over at that Flemingsburg Hidden Mills as they celebrate FFA. Join us tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock for the tractor parade. Ball put back into play. McCoy will dig it out. Finds Lexi. Lexi to Hill. Across the net we go. Ryan Grigsby will sit up him, who goes for the kill. Lexi Highlander gets it back. Ball's tipped over. And by Helm, point will go down. Scott wins the opening set, 25-23. 25-23. And Scott takes it 1-0 here in this match. Harrison County was up by 22-19. 6 straight unanswered. Well, no, it was not 6 straight. 6-1, that last little bit, that run there. So Scott up 1-0. We're going to step out. When we return, we'll have more, and we'll begin our second set here tonight. You're listening, of course, to Harrison County Fillies Volleyball Match of the Week here on WCYM, being brought to you by the Ware Funeral Home in Cynthiana and in Falmouth, and also here on the YouTube page, being brought to you by Nathan Linville and Dan Cummins, dancummins.com.
Ware Funeral Home believes that you deserve the very best. When life's journey comes to an end, you want a funeral home to be there before the need arises, to answer questions and offer affordable funeral service options, to be there during your time of loss to offer genuine caring and concern. And you want a funeral home to be there after the service to assist and guide you through the maze of paperwork and offer grief assistance and materials. Ware Funeral Home, US 27 North, caring enough to give you the very best.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Breds and Phillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
Well, I saw with Harrison County on quite a little run just a few moments ago, but saw Scott High, as a lot of teams do, when they get on the ropes, they come firing back, and that's exactly what the Eagles did as they take the opening set, 25-23 here this evening. We'll get ready for the second set. So we are playing the best of 3, so Phillies have to win the next 2 to pull out this win here tonight, and it's been several years since they have defeated Scott High. We'll see if they are able to come from behind here this evening. Well, as we take a look at the schedule, after tonight, Harrison County will be back in action on Monday here at the Hilltop, Villa Madonna. Special start time at 6:30. We'll be on the air about that same time. That will be on Monday night here for the Phillies Volleyball Match of the Week. Tuesday night, they're on the road, making the trip back to the 11th region, what has not been kind to them this year, with a date with Lafayette. That's 7:30 match time. Then Thursday, October the 10th, a week from tonight, Campbell County. That will be up at Campbell, and that's a special start time at 6:30 as well. They'll be celebrating senior night up at Campbell that night as well. Then the following week, the Phillies will wrap up regular season play here on Tuesday, October the 15th, as Bishop Brossard comes calling at 7 o'clock. And on Thursday, October 17th, Bourbon County also here at the Hilltop at 7:30. So that is the way the rest of the season looks. Counting tonight, only 6 regular season matchups. And then we'll get into 38 district plays. We'll be making the trip over to Robertson County with this Harrison County team for the 38 district tournament. As far as the Scott High Eagle team, after tonight, they will be making the trip out of state. That's right, on Monday night, they'll be making the trip to South Dearborn, Arroyo, Indiana. And it's South Dearborn. That's a 7 o'clock start for them. Wednesday, October the 9th, Walton, Verona, up at Walton, Verona. The 10th, that Thursday, they'll be making the trip to Cooper. Then they'll be making the trip on the 15th to Calvary Christian. They'll wrap up their district play. The 16th, they'll have Covington Holy Cross also on the road. They finally return to Taylor Mill on Thursday, October the 17th, as they take on Connor. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 road games in a row. They have not been home in the month of October. In fact, they've not been home since September the 25th. That's a long time. So they've got one more home match up at Scott High, as they'll be playing host to Connor the last night of the regular season. Well, as we take a look, Jaden Menifee, she is joined out there by Ryan Grigsby, also Brooklyn Helm, as well as Morgan Justice, Elise Manhartz. And to say that, Justice will have his seats. Miley Minor. And the final member of that group is Peyton Grigsby. Peyton Grigsby will serve. We'll get your Harrison's line up here in a moment. McCoy to Lexi. Lexi gets it back across. That's Ryan Grigsby. She'll be setting up Menifee, who gets it across. Owen McCoy to Lexi Highlander. To Audrey Dawson. Dawson to Manhart. Manhart with a dig art. Ryan Grigsby gets it to him. Back across the net we go. Carly Mullet gets a hand on it. McCoy's able to get it back across. Ryan Grigsby back to McCoy, who digs it out. Goes to Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson will then see Grigsby getting it back across. It's Peyton. Can you try to move? McCoy will find, excuse me, back across we go. Brooklyn, or McCoy will get it to Helms, who gets for the kill, and she'll get it to Fall. Actually, it's Minor. Harrison County with Lillian Watson, along with Lexi Highlander, Audrey Dawson, Owen McCoy, Carly Mullet, and Kaylee Fields. Back across we go. McCoy to Highlander. Can't quite do anything with it, and in the net it goes 2-0. Sky picks up a quick lead here. Peyton Grigsby gets it across. It'll fall in. Carly Mullet will hit the floor. 3-0 our score. Grigsby gets it back across. Fields tries to dig it out, hits it the wrong way. It ends up in the back by the wall. It is 4-0. Coach Faulkner is trying to get his kids' heads back on as he calls timeout here. You can't fall too far behind. This is a very good Scott High ball club. 4-0 your score. And Scott comes out very, very quickly to start the second set. They've already went up 1-0, taking the opening set 25-23. Well, as we mentioned, a lot of the fall sports, soccer, both Phillies and the Breds will start district play next week. Phillies up at Pendleton County. Maysville St. Patrick is the second of a doubleheader at 8 o'clock. Is scheduled start time on Monday night. Not sure where the Breds district is. This volleyball club, as mentioned, about a little over 2 weeks away from football. Still got about 4 more weeks before they start looking at the playoffs. Peyton Grigsby will get ready to serve. She's been on a nice little run. 4 unanswered points to start the second set for Scott. Peyton, a couple of dribbles for the junior. And the right-hander gets it across. Dug up by Kaylee Fields. Fields will find Lexi. Lexi back to Watson. Watson will get it across. Helm does a great job as she hits the forward, keeps it alive. Scott will get it back across. And we'll see Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Helms does it one more time as she goes sliding. A Minor gets it across. Dawson returns fire. Ryan Grigsby. She will turn around and she will set up a new player in the match. That is Jenica Campbell, a freshman. The only freshman on the team. She'll get it to fall. Scott up 5-0. Peyton Grigsby sees the ball hit by Field. She'll go one way on the floor. The ball will go the other way on the floor, and it's 6-0. Grigsby gets it across. McCoy, Lexi to Dawson. Grigsby to Grigsby. Helms with a dig. Or with a dig. She'll go for the kill. She'll get it to Falls. Mullet hits the floor, 7-0. Peyton Grigsby is on a nice run for the Scott High Eagles. She'll get it across. Fields with the hand on it, out of bounds. 8-0. Reed Tucker for Harrison County coming in for Kaylee Fields. 4, 5 out of the 6 for Harrison County on the floor. That time, Grigsby goes up, hits it too hard, out of bounds. Phillies will pick up their first point, 8-1. Lauren Highlander in for Carly Mullet. Lexi Highlander gets ready to serve. 8-1 her score. Phillies have got to make a run here and get back in this thing. Continue to try to move. Ryan Grigsby gets it across. Watson to Lexi. She'll sit up. Watson, she'll go for the kill, but Scott's there to answer. Going up for it is Campbell. Campbell hits it too hard, out of bounds. Phillies will pick up their second point, 8-2 our score. Couple of dribbles by Lexi Highlander. Lexi will get it across. Peyton Grigsby to Ryan Grigsby. Campbell tried to get it back across, wasn't able to do it. It'll fall against Scott, 8-3. Phillies on a 3-point run. Lexi, a couple of dribbles. Mentioned Scott High up at Taylor Mill, as far north as you can go in the 10th region, up at Kenyon County. Continue to move. Minor gets it back across. It'll go across. Dawson will return. Manhart with a dig out. Ryan Grigsby will get it to Minor, who's able to make it fall against Harrison County, 9-3. One of 3 schools in Kenton County, or one of 3 schools with 3 different regions. One of the few counties in the state with more than one region. There's 3 that are represented in Kenton County. 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. Continue to try to move. Ball being played by Scott. Justice goes for the kill. McCoy out with a dig out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson back across. Manhart to Ryan Grigsby. Minor tips it across. Dawson keeps it alive. Back across we go. Lauren Highlander gets it back. Ryan Grigsby will sit up. Helms. Helms goes across. Going up is Lauren Highlander and Watson. They return fire. It falls against Scott, 9-4. Phillies down by 5. McCoy back in for Tucker. Nine to 5 as the ball falls against Scott. Dawson will serve. Manhart will dig out. That's Ryan Grigsby. She'll sit up Minor. Watson gets a hand on it, but that's about all she can do as it falls in against Harrison County. Ten to 5 our score. Ball served that time by Minor, but it goes straight into the net. Phillies will pick up the point 10-6. McCoy has a seat as Audrey Whitaker comes in. Tell you what, a while ago I was saying Tucker was out there. That actually was not Bree. That was J.C. Hamilton. Hamilton, a sophomore. Tucker's been in there some play, but that wasn't her a few moments ago. Justice goes for the kill. As she does, it'll go flying past Hill and will fall in there, 11-6. Phillies will give up the point. Watson will have a seat as Owen McCoy. Lauren Highlander, Owen McCoy, Audrey Dawson, Lexi Highlander, Audrey Whitaker, and Jolie Hill out there for the Phillies. Ryan Grigsby will serve. It'll fall in as McCoy gets a hand on it. 12-6. Back to a 6-point lead for Scott High. Grigsby gets it back across. Lauren Highlander knocks it out of bounds, 13-6. Timeout on the floor. Coach Faulkner wants to try to settle things down again, so call another quick timeout. 13-6 our score. Harrison County has trailed this entire match. 1 point, it was 9-1. Right now, 13-6. Not been a pretty second set. Scott taking the first set, 25-23. It was very competitive opening set. But come from behind by Scott. Harrison led. Was it 22-19 a few moments ago? Something along those lines. And saw Scott come back and win at 25-23 in that opening set. So the Phillies would like to do the same, make a stop and make a run here. 13-6. And all Scott high. Ryan Grigsby, she is a junior, will get ready to serve. There's a number 10. And across it goes. Dug out that time by Lauren to Lexi. Lexi sits uphill, who goes for the kill. Justice gets a hand on it. That's all she can do. The ball will fall. Phillies pick up the point 13-7. Cheyenne Ross in for Lauren Highlander for Harrison County. She'll get ready to serve. Manhart back in for the Eagles. Couple of dribbles and off we go. Shy gets it across. Manhart keeps it alive. The ball goes up. Whitaker gets a hand on it. It'll fall against Scott. 13-8. I think it went across. I'm not sure. Whitaker went up, and it was awful close. But nevertheless, the point will go to Harrison County. Ross gets it across. Manhart with a dig out, and that time it goes across. Hill touches in, gets it back. Grigsby will sit up Grigsby. Whitaker returns fire. Peyton Grigsby to Manhart to Minor back across. McCoy hits the floor. The ball hits the floor, and it's 14-8. Carly Mullet coming back in for Cheyenne Ross. Jacinda Campbell will come back in for Scott. Brooklyn Helm will get ready to serve. She'll get it across. No, it'll hit the top of the net. Falls against Scott. 14-9 our score. Jolie Hill, the senior, will get ready to serve for Harrison County. Across the net we go. That time, moving the ball around, it'll crawl across as Peyton Grigsby will hit the ball. Harrison can't quite get to it, 15-9. Kaylee Fields in for Jolie Hill for Harrison County. Morgan Justice, a junior for Scott, will get ready to serve. Justice will hit it in the net. Phillies pick up the point, 15-10. Lillian Watson in for Audrey Whitaker. So McCoy, Mullet, Fields, Dawson, Lexi Highlander, and Watson for Harrison County. McCoy gets it close, out of bounds, 16-10. Manhart, Peyton Grigsby, Ryan Grigsby, Helm, Minor, and Campbell out there for Scott. Ball will fall in. 17-10. That time nobody for Harrison County went for it. It just fell behind the line and they kind of watched it go. 17-10 our score. Peyton Grigsby. She'll serve back across. McCoy will dig it out. Nice job, Owen. Lexi will find Watson. Watson went for the kill, was too far from the net. It'll fall into the Harrison County side as it goes into the net. 18-10. Playing the best of three tonight. Scott's already up 1-0 in 25-23. Or won the first one 25-23. Ball put back into play. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson back across. Manhart with a dig out. Ryan Grigsby to Peyton Grigsby. Cross the net we go. Fields with a dig out. Nice job. Goes back to Lexi. Lexi Dawson tips it across. Minor will return fire. Fields will return fire. Manhart digs it out. Grigsby back across to Minor. Minor to Dawson. Dawson to Lexi. Lexi back across to Dawson. We continue to move. Out of bounds it'll go. 19-10. Scott with a 9-point lead, the biggest they've had in the night. Peyton Grigsby will serve. Back across, dug out by Owen. McCoy gets it to Lexi. Lexi to Watson across. Helms dives on the floor, keeps it alive to Ryan Grigsby, who finds Helm. Helm goes for the kill and gets it to fall in, 20-10. Peyton Grigsby. And to the net. It'll crawl across the net, falls against the Phillies, 21-10. Reagan Cummins, a junior, will come off the bench for Scott High as Mylon Minor has a seat. Peyton Grigsby will get ready to serve. She's been on a nice little run. Grigsby gets it across, dug out by McCoy. McCoy finds Dawson to Lexi Highlander across. Justice to Ryan Grigsby. To Campbell. Campbell up for the kill. It'll fall in, 22-10. Well, it was a very competitive first set. This second set has been anything but. Kaylin Lovell, a junior, will come in for the first time tonight for Scott. Coach Sullivan getting some of her role players, getting some varsity action here tonight. Grigsby gets it back across, dug out by Fields, way across the net it'll go. Love will get it up. Ball into the net as Cummins not able to dig it out. It'll fall against Scott, 22-11. Lauren Highlander in for Carly Mullet. Lexi Highlander gets ready to serve. 22-11 her score. It's been all Scott. Lexi gets it across. Dug out that time by Peyton Grigsby. Grigsby gets it back across. McCoy with the dig out. Lexi will set up Lauren. Lauren tried to tip it across. Was too far from the net. It hits the top of the net. Falls against the Phillies, 23-11. Manhart will get ready to serve. More subs coming in. This is Olivia Bergen. Bergen, one of the seniors. She is also joined by Mandy Johnson, a sophomore for Scott High. So we're seeing a lot of folks off the bench for Scott. Manhart, as he feels to get out. Lexi Highlander back to Dawson. And time ball stays alive. Campbell gets it back across the net. McCoy with the dig out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson went for the kill, and going up with it and saying, I don't think so, is Johnson. It'll fall against Harrison County, 23-12. Oh, no. They say she was in the net. Okay. Well, Phillies pick up the point then. 23-12. Our score. Audrey Dawson gets ready to serve. Let's see if the Phillies can make a run here. Dawson gets it back across. Dug out the time by Justice. Grigsby sits up Johnson. Across the net we go. McCoy to Dawson. Manhart with a dig out. Back to Johnson. Across the net we go. That's Lexi Highlander to Dawson. Back to Lauren Highlander. Continue to try to move the ball around. Johnson to Campbell. Campbell in for the kill. Not able to get it across the net as it falls against Scott, 23-13. Phillies have cut it within 10.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Bredson Phillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
Well, Coach Faulkner talking to one of the officials, and the officials will go and meet with each other to talk about whatever it was he was talking about. Not sure exactly what the discussion's about. Now, Coach Faulkner's went to about center court and is looking at Coach Sullivan and explaining something to her. She's just kind of standing with her arms crossed. The other officials, they'll break up their meeting and they'll come back to the scorer's table and say something to it. And whatever it was, they're done now talking. We'll get back underway. Audrey Dawson gets it across. Grigsby turns around and sits up Mandy Johnson. Johnson, who went for a home run that time as the ball goes flying out of bounds. 23-14. Harrison back within single digits. Dawson. I see Johnson dig it out. Ryan Grigsby sits it back to Johnson, or back to getting across to Justice. Grigsby continue to try to move. Hill gets it to Watson. Watson will see Manhart dig it out. That's Ryan Grigsby. She'll set up Justice, gets it back across. Lauren to Lexi, to Hill for the kill. Ball stays alive. Scott gets a hand on it. That's Olivia Bergen. Can't do anything with it. Phillies pick up a point, 23-15. Dawson. Cross, Justice for the dig out. Ryan Grigsby will then turn around and set up Cummins, who gets it across. Lauren to Hill. Hill goes for the kill, and she does. Bergen can't handle it. It'll hit the floor, 23-16. Kaylee Grigsby will come in. She's a junior. There are 3 Grigsbys, all juniors on this roster. Dawson. Continue to try to move. That's Grigsby to Grigsby. Back across. Dawson with a dig out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi sits uphill for the kill. Manhart goes with it. That's Grigsby. She'll sit up Justice. Back across we go. Dawson with a dig out. Back over across Lexi Highlander to Watson. It'll fall in. 23-17. Phillies down by 6. Dawson. Justice with a dig out. Ryan Grigsby sits up Kaylee Grigsby. Dawson to Lexi. Lexi to Hill. Hill was too far from the net when she went for the kill. It'll fall against Harrison County. 24-17. Scott going for match point. Peyton Grigsby back in. Kaylee Grigsby and Ryan Grigsby. We got 3 out of the 6 of the Grigsby kids. Kayla Grigsby will get ready to serve. 24-17, Scott going for match point. And it'll hit the net, falls against Scott, 24-18. Watson will get ready to serve. Whitaker in from McCoy for Harrison County. Phillies cannot give up any more points. It's as simple as that. Watson will serve. Hits the net, and that's match. Scott wins 25-18 here in the second set. And more importantly, we're playing the best of 3, so they win tonight. Scott picks up the win, 2-0 was your final. Scott High will pick up their 18th win on the year to go 18-11. Harrison County will fall here tonight to go 20-10 overall throughout the season. So that is the way that looks. As far as overall, just in case you're curious, because I am, they're overall, going back to 2015, as we mentioned, this is the 14th time they have met. That'll be the 12th win for Scott High. And the last time the Phillies beat Scott was back in 2020. So that that record will continue here this evening. If they see each other again, it would be in the 10th region. But we've got a ways to go, a couple of weeks before that. Harrison County Falls, 2-0 here at Scott High. We're going to step out. We'll hear some word from our sponsor, Ware Funeral Home, both in Mount Olivet and in Cynthiana, allowing us to be with you for the Harrison County Fillies Volleyball Match of the Week. If you're watching on YouTube, being brought to you tonight by Nathan Linville with Dan Cummins, dancummins.com in Paris.
Ware Funeral Home believes that you deserve the very best. When life's journey comes to an end, you want a funeral home to be there before the need arises, to answer questions and offer affordable funeral service options, to be there during your time of loss to offer genuine caring and concern. And you want a funeral home to be there after the service to assist and guide you through the maze of paperwork and offer grief assistance and materials. Ware Funeral Home, US 27 North, caring enough to give you the very best.
6, your local hometown station and the home of the Breads and Phillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
Back here at the Hilltop here tonight, Harrison County Falls 2-0 to Scott High. And we mentioned very competitive in that first set. Harrison County had a lead, 22-19, ended up falling 25-23 in the opening set. Scott High just dominated that second set. A lot of those Harrison County points came with Scott hitting it into the net when some of the JV kids made their way into the varsity action. Harrison County falling 25-18 in the second set as they fall tonight 2-0 to Scott High. Well, let's take a look as far as some of the schedule goes. Scott High, we'll do that here first. Scott High, as we mentioned, after tonight, they have got Well, we can find their schedule. We'll give it to you. After tonight, they are remaining on the road. As I said, they've got a wild eight straight road games. September the 25th was the last time they were up at Taylor Mill, and they don't return home until October 17th, which is the last Thursday of the season. But after tonight, they make their way to Indiana. South Dearborn is who they will play. Arroyo, Indiana is where that's at, October the 7th. And the 9th, Walton, Verona. The 10th at Cooper. 15th, Calvary Christian. And the 16th, Covington Holy Cross. All those road games. And they wrap up regular season.